Hi there. So today I'm going to be just touching briefly on e-signatures. Now obviously with COVID we've found alternative ways of getting our contracts signed, whether that be tenancy agreements, our terms of business with landlords or guarantor deeds, for example. So first of all, what is e-signature? Now it's quite a broad definition really, and it can basically mean anything from physically typing a name into a contract. It can be a covering email accepting the terms of a contract, or it can be a fully enabled signature platform. All of these are e-signatures. Now it's important to remember that not everything can have an e-signature. So let's start at the top, terms of business. This is just what they call a basic contract. So a basic contract can have an e-signature. And again, like I say, that can be someone typing a name into a box or a covering email or a signature platform. Now, let's look at ASTs, Assured Short Hold Tenancy Agreements. That's what most of us are using at the moment. Now, as long as your AST is less than 3 years and it's going to be entered into almost immediately, then you can use e-signatures. Now, the issue you've got is if your tenancy agreement is over 3 years, it automatically in law becomes a deed. Therefore, it needs witnesses, and obviously witnesses cannot e-sign. And I'm going to come on to that in a moment. The other point is guarantor agreements. Now, a lot of people at the moment, understandably, are having guarantors sign up with regards to liability for rent arrears or non-payment, etc. Now, 9 times out of 10, a guarantor agreement is a deed. It's known as a deed of guarantor. So ordinarily, like I've just said, a deed would require a witness signature. Now, you can structure your guarantee agreements in regards to requiring e-signatures rather than having it as a deed. But you'd need to get a solicitor looking at that, drawing it up for you in a specific way to make it a guarantor agreement rather than a deed of guarantee. Now, obviously, if the deed of guarantee is being signed before the tenancy agreement, then you don't need witnesses. If it's being signed afterwards, then you would need witnesses. This would again turn it into a deed, and this would mean that you would need signatures, wet signatures as they are known. Now, we're talking about witnesses with regards to either an AST that's longer than 3 years or a deed in some form. Now, when a witnesses a signature, they have to actually be there witnessing the signature. So it's no good and it won't hold up in court if you have e-signatures being sent from different email addresses at different times by different people. You will have to arrange either as maybe a Zoom call, for example, so that the witnesses can actually see the e-signature taking place. You also can see the witness witnessing the signature. The other way of doing it, obviously, is arranging for people to come into the office, socially distancing and getting them to sign in their witness boxes on either the deed or the tenancy, whichever it is that you are signing. So that's just a really quick overview of e-signatures. There's a lot more to go into, but I don't think really this is the platform to do it. And it would be really different if you've got different types of contracts. And obviously, I would always say get legal advice if you're unsure. But if you've got any questions about e-signatures, tenancy agreements and terms of business, do pop your comments into the box and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.